Hey there! Today I thought it would be fun to just do a video knitting up this raglan while I chit chat about some very unserious topics. Just because I thought it would be fun, not because I don't have a video for Thursday. They're in the works, okay? Can't rush greatness. If you watched my last vlog, I think, I started this made to measure raglan. I'm following the pattern by Made in the Moment, Aspen, and I just split for the sleeves. This is what it looks like. Bruh. It doesn't look good. I messed something up, but that's okay. At least that part's like under my armpit, so it'll be fine. But I'm using the Respun line brand. This is in the color Alpine. I have a lot left of it, actually, considering I finished the yoke of this. I was worried I wasn't going to have enough, but we are totally fine. So that's great news. I don't really know if this is a good color for me. Y'all will have to let me know. Actually, I don't think what I'm wearing right now is that great of a color for me either, but whatever. I was just talking to my friend Michaela about this, like the color analysis for your skin tone and your like complexion and everything. And I have tried to do those color analysis, like filters and stuff on TikTok, and every time I don't know. And part of me fears that I'm a winter because like that's just kind of what I'm leaning towards, but I think that if you're a winter you're supposed to wear like jewel tones, which maybe this is kind of like a jewel tone, I don't know, but like magentas and emeralds and like sapphire, I think, from what I understand, which is not a lot. But you'll have to let me know what you think, or don't, I don't know, that's not your job. But I tend to wear a lot of like oranges. That's kind of like my go-to color, orange. And I'm trying to think too, because it's hard because I don't really dress up that much. I mostly just wear t-shirts, and my t-shirts are whatever color they are. But yeah, if I think about it, I wear a lot of like neutrals and like oranges, lots of like beige and like black. That's all besides the point. Not that I really had a point. My point was that I don't know if this is my color, but I'm gonna wear it anyways, so whatever. I'm gonna duplicate stitch something on the front of this shirt too. I'm not sure what yet. Something fun, something cute. I've been kind of thinking about it. I don't really know. If you have any ideas of what I could duplicate stitch on the front, you should let me know. Alright, moving on to something that I love to talk about a lot, which is food. I was sitting here eating some baby carrots. I eat a lot of baby carrots. It's my go-to snack. So yeah, I was eating baby carrots, but I was like, you know what would be really good right now? A Girl Scout cookie. It's Girl Scout cookie season. So to all of my United States folks, did you get Girl Scout cookies this year? It's not too late. It's Girl Scout cookie season though right now. And my niece sells Girl Scout cookies, so obviously I bought like 10 boxes. But what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie if you've tried them? I love the Caramel Delights. Hands down my favorite. They're so good. And I also really like the lemonades. They're like the lemon ones with like, I think it's like shortbread or something. Those are so good. Thin Mints are great too. But yeah, Caramel Delights are amazing. When I was buying Girl Scout cookies, they had this one flavor that I had never seen before. They're called the Toast Yay. So obviously I tried them and they're so cute. They're in the shape of like a little toast and they taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like they're really good. They're like cinnamony and like kind of like French toasty. But yeah, you should let me know what your favorite Girl Scout cookie is because I love talking about food. It's like one of my favorite topics to talk about. Yeah, I'm like kind of in the mood to go grab a Girl Scout cookie right now. Yeah, let me know what your favorite one is. Also, you should let me know because I'm pretty sure, we call them Caramel Delights in my like region. I'm in the Midwest, but I'm pretty sure Caramel Delights are one of those cookies that has multiple names depending on the region that you live in. So you should let me know what your region calls Caramel Delights, or like what do you call Caramel Delights? Oh my gosh, the other day I was taking my partner to work at like 6 in the morning. That's when he works. And when I got home, my cat Lucy was on the counter. Not supposed to be on the counter. He knows that. And I thought he was eating the Girl Scout cookies. Turns out he had a hairball and literally threw up on the Girl Scout cookies. Oh, no! And it was the lemonades. As I just established, those are one of my favorite ones. I'm like, that's why we don't go on the counter. So yeah, that's how I started my day. Eyes barely open. Cat threw up on the Girl Scout cookies. Also, my water bottle broke that morning. Well, I dropped it. It was my fault. But I dropped it and then I still have it, but I'll show you. So like, here's my water bottle and it has this latch. Like, thank goodness because it doesn't like close anymore. Like I have to latch it. But that's okay, at least it still works. It was that, my cat puking. Oh, and I almost got hit by a car. It wasn't my fault. It was definitely the other car's fault. But yeah, that was a hectic morning. Oh, also, so Lucy, talking about Lucy, he's like a long hair cat and he had this mat like behind his ear, and it was pretty big, and usually I can like kind of pick them out, but this one was like pretty big, and I like wasn't able to kind of just quite like tease it out, you know? So I grabbed my scissors and I cut it out. That worked great. I was really focused on not cutting his skin though, and I accidentally cut all of his whiskers off on that side. I'll show you. I'll show you. So yeah, he looks a little funny, but at least the mat's gone. Yeah, so like cats use their whiskers like to be able to tell if they can get into like small spaces or not, because the whiskers are like the same length as their body. But I also read that it can be for balance too, and my partner swears that he walks funny now, but I don't know if that's true. He seems fine. He doesn't seem too bothered by it, but he just looks a little funny. So yeah, that was my bad. Also, going back to the topic of cookies, did y'all ever hear about those people in Australia who were like mega fans of Crumbl cookie, and they created like a social media page called Crumbl Cookie Australia or something? They made people like falsely believe that they were like having a pop-up of Crumbl cookies in Australia. They were like, Saturday, August 17th, Crumbl Cookie Australia pop-up, and all of these people waited in line for these Crumbl cookies. Like huge line. They sold out of these Crumbl cookies. They were selling them for like quite a bit, I think, per cookie. And the reviews of the cookies were like, these are kind of stale, like they're not what I expected, they're not that good. And it turns out that these people were literally just fans of Crumbl cookie, flew to America, and they like bought a bunch of Crumbl cookies and then flew back with the Crumbl cookies like in their suitcases. Like they brought multiple suitcases to bring these Crumbl cookies back, and then like sold the Crumbl cookies. Crumbl cookie like had to come out and be like, we are not affiliated, like we don't have any stores in Australia. I'm not sure if anything ever really happened with the people who did it, the mega Crumbl fans. I think they just got like some backlash with it, but I don't even think like anything like legality wise happened. It's just so funny to me, but they're like, no, we're just like mega fans of Crumbl cookie. We just love Crumbl cookie. And they like, all these people paid all this money for Crumbl cookies, and they just were like, I think it was almost like week old Crumbl cookies. And then the like fans or whatever, they're like, well, we didn't even make any money off of it because of all the money that like it costs to fly the Crumbl cookies back. It's just like so funny. Like, why did they think that was okay? Like, why did they think that would like go off without a hitch and like no one would notice that they're just eating week-old cookies? Have you ever had Crumbl cookies? I feel like they're like pretty good. I like them. They're definitely expensive though. I don't know if they're worth the price of what they are. One time I went to a wedding and the dessert was Crumbl cookies, and that was pretty lit. Also, do y'all like those Loft House cookies? They're like the classic like sugar cookie. You get them like pretty much anywhere. And these cookies are so polarizing. I feel like you either love them or you hate them, and there's just like no in between. So you should let me know your thoughts on the Loft House cookies. I personally love them. I don't know if y'all are surprised. I'm like not a picky eater like at all, and I especially have like a pretty big sweet tooth, so I really like the Loft House cookies. But y'all should let me know how you feel about them, because I would like to know. I would like to know. I know that they're like kind of dry, but they just like, they're good. I like them. Yeah, I'm not a very picky eater. There's like not that many foods I don't really like. And honestly, this list used to be longer, but like recently I've like tried these foods again and realized like they're actually not that bad. And you know when you like decide you don't like something, well maybe it's just me because I'm stubborn, but you're kind of like set on like, no, I don't like that. Well, that's how I was with olives. I hated olives for years, except for when I was little. When I was little, I like, you know, like black olives in a can, I would like always put them on my finger. They look like a little like frog hand. Eat them that way and it was more fun. But besides black olives, and even like black olives, like I don't really like that much, but yeah, other than that, like I did not like olives at all. And my partner loves olives, and so like recently, only like a year ago or so, I like tried an olive again, and it was a Kalamata, and I was like, oh, I actually kind of like olives. Who am I? Still not my like absolute favorite, but I really want to like them because they're really good for you. So every time I like encounter an olive, I always try it. Another food that I hate, and this is like still true, is Jello, and it's a texture thing. I can't do it. When I was little, I ate too much Jello and then I threw it up, and ever since then I can't do the texture of Jello. Not my thing. And then for a really long time I didn't like bacon either, which I know, shocking. I feel like people are gonna feel strongly about that one too. Now I'm kind of at a point with bacon where I'm like, it's fine. It's definitely not like my favorite, but like it doesn't ruin a meal if there's bacon in it. Yeah, I just don't really love it. And I kind of feel that way about like all pig meat. I don't really like it. I also used to really not like ketchup, and I still like don't really love ketchup, but if it's like on a sandwich or a burger or something, like it's fine. Ooh, what do y'all eat your fries with? Honestly, I usually just eat my fries plain, but if I have to pick a condiment, it'd probably be mustard. I'm realizing that most of this video has just been me talking about food, but like I love talking about food. I am definitely a foodie. What's your favorite food? My favorite food changes, I think, depending on my mood and what I'm eating. Sometimes my favorite food is what I'm eating in that moment, not gonna lie. But I really love burritos. Love me a burrito. And I love sandwiches, but that is so vague. Like, I love me a sandwich. Sandwiches are so good. Picking a specific sandwich is really difficult. But honestly, I'm like a sucker for a PB&J with grape jelly. The peanut butter can be crunchy or smooth, I don't really care. I feel like that's kind of like an immature sandwich to pick. So if I had to pick a second sandwich, maybe a Cuban, I don't know. That's a hard question. It's a question I posed myself. I'm like, that's a hard one. Maybe I should switch topics from food. No, actually one more story with food because this was like kind of ridiculous. So on Valentine's Day, my partner and I wanted to get sushi, but we're like kind of homebodies. So we wanted to get the sushi to take home. Also, we knew it was gonna be really busy at the restaurants, right? Because it was Valentine's Day. So I was like, okay, well, we have to place the order like pretty in advance so that they know about it because they're gonna be really busy. It's Valentine's Day. So my partner places an order at 3 p.m. for pickup at 6 p.m., which it's like a decent amount of notice. It was like a kind of a big order, not gonna lie. We got 8 rolls, but still, whatever. So we had it for pickup at 6 p.m. He picks me up from work. We go straight to the restaurant. I think we get there at like 5:55. And immediately I can tell the host is like stressed. And I was like, oof. As I was standing there waiting for just like 10 minutes, more people were coming in, getting seated, coming in for takeout orders, stuff like that. So like they were really busy. That being said, 6:15 came around and my partner texted me and was like, is it ready yet? And I was like, no, but like they're pretty busy, like whatever. 6:30 rolls around and the manager comes up to me and she's like, what's the name on the order? And I tell her, and then she's like, oh, that's a big one. Which, like, okay, 8 rolls is a lot of food. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I feel like it's not that absurd of, like, a to-go order, you know? Okay, 6:30, that's kind of, like, I feel like the most it should take, period. You know, we placed this order in advance for pickup at 6. Whatever. Finally, 6:45 comes, and my partner comes in to wait with me. I flagged down the manager again and I asked her like what the ETA was. I lied and I was like, oh, we have plans at 7. No, we didn't. She's like, oh, it'll be less than 5 minutes. Like, they're almost done with it. But we didn't get our food until 7 o'clock. I know you're busy and it's Valentine's Day. I was in that restaurant for an hour standing there waiting. But luckily they had this like giant fish tank, and so I was watching the fishies for a lot of it. And she did throw in 2 orders of crab rangoon, so it was all fine in the end. But I just was like, that's kind of wild. That's like a really long time to wait. I'll move on from food. I was watching this video, I think it was a TikTok the other day, and it was about how there's a lot of gay swans. 20% of swans are gay, which is just like so cute to me. I don't know why, but yeah, gay swans. But obviously like the gay swans can't have babies together, so what they do is one of them will go and like court one of the female swans and mate with her and then steal her babies. Literally, like the swans will like drive the female swan away and steal her babies. And apparently swans mate for life, so like not only did they steal her babies, but they also played her. So now I'm mad at the gay swans, but like the whole time me watching this video, I was like, and then I was like, yeah. Anyways, I'm like cruising on this raglan. Now that I split for the sleeves, it's just like stockinette the whole way. Pretty fun, it's pretty mindless. I have like only been working on this project at work here and there. I'm able to get in like a row or 2, you know? So it's been very slow, but that's okay. Knitting is, so. Yeah, I did not do a very good job though on this first round for the armpit. I don't know if you can see that. It like doesn't look that good, but that's okay. I'm just happy happy to like finally be finishing a knit project that's not a hat. No shade to the hats though. I do actually wear the knit hats I made. They're just kind of ugly. They're just a little ugly. That's okay. Oh, also for this project, so like I have it on like the short cable. I don't know the length of the cable exactly. But when I was doing the yoke, I wanted to try it on to see like how much more I needed to do. And so I transferred it onto a longer cable. And then the longest cable I had was still too short to like fit around my shoulders. So I couldn't even like really fully try it on. I kind of got an idea, but whatever. And then when I split for the sleeves and you take off all of the stitches for the sleeves, the cables were then way too long, so I had to transfer them back to the shorter cables. So that was a little silly. Y'all, I had the travel bug. I really want to travel somewhere. I don't know exactly where I'd want to go. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you travel to? I haven't traveled that much. I've never been to Europe, I've never been to Asia, I've never been to Africa, and I've never been to South America or Antarctica. I've never even been to Canada, and they're not even that far from me. If I could travel anywhere, I've always said that I would want to go to Ireland, Thailand, Italy, or Morocco. Or Peru. Those have been like my bucket list travel places. So you should let me know where you would want to go and where you are too, because I think that that's kind of important. If you live in Germany, why would you want to travel to Germany? That doesn't make sense. But yeah, I would love to travel. Even like in the United States, there's like a lot of places I haven't been to in the United States. I think that my family is planning a trip to Alaska, not this summer, but next summer. And I'm really excited about that. Possibly Alaska. I actually don't think it's been decided yet, but my vote was Alaska. If you've ever been to Alaska, you should let me know like, what I should do in Alaska if I go. But yeah, I think that I have like cabin fever kind of because it's been so cold here. Like it's been so cold here. I live in northern Wisconsin and it has been hovering around for a while there. It was like consistently in the negatives. I think we hit -20 a few times Fahrenheit, but today it's actually gonna get into the 40s, which is amazing. So I'm gonna go take a walk after this, but because it's been so cold, I just have like an itch. I want to go travel, you know, somewhere warmer. And I love Wisconsin, don't get me wrong, it's cold. It's too cold. Probably only have like another like month and a half of this cold and then it'll be springtime. Yeah, I'm not even someone who hates winter at all. I like actually kind of love it. I like snow a lot. I just don't really love the cold because it's so cold here that like it's unsafe to be outside for a long time. So I don't love that because I love being outside. I go back and forth on what my favorite season is, if I'm being honest. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm such a fall girly because I love Halloween and I love fall. I really love like a good sweater. I also really love summer and I love spring and I love winter. So like, I don't really know. I always go back and forth on that. It really just depends. Because sometimes summer is like way too hot, but then you can just go swimming. What's your favorite season? Are you a fall person? What's your favorite season and why? I want to know. I feel like people don't say spring enough, but I really love spring because yeah, summer can just be way too hot and spring is like kind of just pleasant. Sometimes it's a little muddy. This past weekend, I went to the Textile Center in Minneapolis to support my friend Liz at her first craft show. And while I was there was like a demo room for all of these different arts. There was the Polymer Clay Guild, and so I was chatting with them for a while. They're holding this class this coming weekend. It's this build your own fairy house with like a mason jar. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be in my next vlog, I think. I think there's gonna be a different video coming out in between this and my next vlog, but it'll be in my next vlog. If all goes according to plan. I try to plan things, but sometimes things don't go according to plan, you know? Anyway, I really don't know how long I've been chit-chatting for because I keep having to stop and start my video because my camera got too hot. So I don't know how long I've been blabbing for, but I feel like I've been blabbing for a long time and not about anything important. So hopefully you were able to get some work done on your project. You should let me know what you were working on, and hopefully this was a good body double for you while you got some work done. Yeah, thanks for letting me chat. Sometimes I just need a blab, you know? I'm a yapper. I am a certified yapper, and I don't even know really what I was saying. This is how much we've done. It's not the most progress that anyone's ever made in one of these videos, but it's not too bad. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop blabbing so I can go play outside because the sun is finally out. It's been gloomy all morning, so I am gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for letting me blab your ear off, and if you want, you can follow me on my other socials. It's at Viney_maple, which is the same way that it's spelled here. I will see you over there, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!